It seems like every time that I've ever gotten my life firing on all cylinders, something to do with my past always sucks me back in time to that horrible moment. I was 4 years old when my mother vanished. Her name was Niecy Lovewell. She was beautiful, fun, vivacious, and brutally self-destructive. It's a wonder she survived as long as she did. She was a B-movie star who was more famous for her spread in Playboy than any movie she ever made. She was adored by millions, but no one loved her more than my daddy. My father, William, was a chemist and a textile engineer. He invented metallester, a fabric that is lighter than silk, yet stronger than steel. Its applications are limitless. Today, metallester is used in everything from boat sails to space rockets. Bulletproof vests have never been more bulletproof. Firefighters can walk through burning buildings unscathed. Metallester tires are virtually indestructible. After my mother's disappearance, Daddy became obsessed with solving the riddle of her absence. This obsession, I'm afraid, probably cost him his life. I was 8 when he left me an orphan and the richest little girl in the world. I hadn't thought about my parents' demise in years. I've been so busy with my fashion house, Les Lovewell, that I simply didn't allow my mind to go there. It all started on a red-eye flight from New York to LA. I read a story about a missing actress, Jill Barrow. Something about this story captured my mind and drugged me right back to the horror of my mother's disappearance. I'm not sure if it is because she's a pretty blonde actress or the fact that she literally lives in my neighborhood. Just like my mother, Jill seems to have a fragility that is disarming. But the strangest coincidence is that her last film production was with Evangeline Batista. Evangeline is a Hollywood legend, and by legend I mean she's older than dirt. This woman must have the world's greatest plastic surgeon because she hasn't aged a day in the last 30 years. What's worse is her husband, Jay Swain. He's the most powerful talent manager in LA, and just like his ageless wife, he too seems to have a secret. Anyone that challenges Jay's industry dominance either eventually works for him or mysteriously vanishes, just like my parents. My mother was cast in a supporting role in Jay and Evangeline's production, The Danger Girls. I think they underestimated her appeal. After the movie premiere, the entire industry took notice for the first time ever in Niecy Lovewell. Despite her shortcomings, my mother was beguiling. She had this power of drawing people in. Evangeline didn't like taking a backseat to her co-star. And ultimately, I never stopped wondering, did Jay and Evangeline play a part in her disappearance? My father certainly thought so. Instead of using his brilliant mind for more creations like metallester, he fell deep into a whirlpool of paranoia and obsession. He spent the rest of his life searching for her and any connection to the Swains. I often say that I lost both of my parents when my mother vanished because my father was never the same after. It gives new meaning to the saying, love kills slowly. The thing about paranoia is that it is like a cancer. Instead of obsessing about the Swains and seeking revenge, I chose happiness. I chose laughter, I chose ambition, and I chose life. But demons are relentless, and the disappearance of Miss Jill Barrow says only one thing to me. There's no such thing as coincidence. As I scrolled through tabloid fodder about Jill Barrow, I received a much-needed distraction, a phone call from my beau, action-adventure movie star, Dusty Chatsworth.
Baby, where are you?
I'm on the red eye. I should be at LAX a little after 2 a.m.
The premiere is tomorrow night. This is really cutting it close.
Fashion week is kind of a thing in my career. Calm down, everything will be ready. My dress, hair and makeup, it's all in place for me to be perfect by 6 p.m. tomorrow.
You sound vexed. Are you okay?
Oh, I've been reading about Jill Barrow. It's so disturbing. Do you know her last film was...
Amazing. She literally stole the show from Evangeline Batista.
Uh-oh. This connection is terrible. I'll see you at your film premiere tomorrow. Bye. So, Dusty Chatsworth. If you ask me why I'm dating him, the answer would be, complicated. He's gorgeous, totally alpha, and literally the dude that every other dude aspires to be like. That's lovely if you're into that sort of thing. He's rich, which means one thing to someone like me. I will never have to pay his bills, which we all know is degrading for women. He's famous, and that plays well with my brand, Les Lovewell. So do I love him? I mean, yes, I love being his girlfriend, and yes, I love things about him. But when you talk love to someone like me, it dredges up a litany of horrific memories. Love cost my father everything. Love is weakness, and even though Dusty is, lovely in every way I don't want to fall into it. And you know, I think he's okay with that. The man is literally so self-obsessed that he doesn't notice my indifference. And that my friends is perfection. Now I will try to get a few hours of shut-eye. Hopefully I enjoy Dusty's film premiere tomorrow without being haunted by Jill Barrow.
Hello! Can anybody hear me?